Okay, so I'm starting off with priming my eyelids. I'm just using my Essence I Love Stage eyeshadow primer, and this is going to help the shadows stick on and look more vibrant. So I'm just blending that out with my finger and then taking a vanilla shade face powder or eyeshadow, whatever you want, and just setting that area just so it helps the eyeshadows blend better later on. So now I'm taking this mauvey light purple color and I'm just going to use this as my transition shade. So pretty much I'm just popping this on the crease and blending it up to the brow bone, and then I go in with kind of a pinky color. It's called Cupcake by Makeup Geek, and this is what it looks like right here. And just to help further blend that shadow out, I just pop that on top and just kind of blend it all together. Okay, so now I'm going in with this foiled purple shadow and I'm just popping this on the ball of my eyelid. I ended up using my finger because I believe these apply better with a finger and are more pigmented. And now I'm going in with a very dark brown and popping this on the outer corner and inner corner and pretty much joining it up into the middle and just kind of creating that halo effect. So I wanted to go in with this brown before I went in with black just so it would blend out a lot easier later. So that's why I did go in with the brown. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to go in just with black shadow. So now I'm taking Corrupt by Makeup Geek, and again I'm just pretty much going over that and deepening it up just on the outer corner and the inner corner and also in the crease, and just keep blending until you're happy. Okay, so after you've blended all your shadows out, I'm just going to quickly clean up mine. I will re-smoke this out later, but I just needed to clean up my face a little bit. So now I'm just priming my face with my Lumi Magique primer, just so the foundation is a little bit smoother and not as matte looking. And for foundation, I'm using my e.l.f. Flawless Foundation just because it's quite pale and it matches my skin tone. And pretty much the face is super simple, nothing really different is happening here. So I'm just popping it on with my damp beauty blender, and then I move on to, you know, concealer, powder, all that stuff. Nothing really any different, so do whatever routine you're comfortable with, and pretty much, yeah, that's all you really need to do. So lately I've been incorporating a new step into my makeup routine. I've been baking around my mouth with the age defying powder to prevent it from creasing in my smile line, so I will do a video on that very, very soon. So now after I've done that, I brush it off, and now I'm just setting my face with my Fresh and Flawless powder. Okay, so now I'm going in with a little bit of bronzer, and I'm just popping this on my cheeks and a little bit on my forehead just to bring a little bit of shape back to my face, just because it's a little bit white and ghostly. Because my face is quite matte, I did go in with this kind of bronzer highlighter duo and just kind of pop that on top just to bring a little bit more shine to the face. And then going with a kind of shimmery bronzer again to bring more light and life to the face. I'm just popping this on my cheeks. And then lastly, I'm just going to contour a little bit with my Bahama Mama bronzer. So now I'm just grabbing this kind of golden highlighter and just popping this on the tops of my cheeks. Again, I'm just kind of highlighting, bringing a little bit more life to my face, like I said before. And then after I have highlighted my face, I'm pretty much going straight back to the eyes, and I'm just going to re-smoke that out so the line is not so harsh. And pretty much I'm just grabbing all the colours I used on my eyelid and smoking it out on the bottom lash line. So now I'm grabbing a black shadow, and here is where I create the web on my face. So I would definitely recommend looking at a picture of like a spider web or something and going off that. I didn't want to do extremely too much or too big of a web, just because I still wanted to keep this look quite glamorous in a way. So pretty much I'm just starting off with eyeshadow, and then I end up going in with eyeliner just because I wanted it to be a little bit more bold and more dark. And then after I've done all that, I go back in with eyeshadow and just kind of soften the edges and shade it just to make it look a little bit nicer. Now I'm just grabbing some liquid liner and just quickly lining my eyes very, very thinly, just so it all blends in when I put some lashes on. And I'm also putting on some mascara, gel liner, all that kind of stuff. And then after I've done that, I put in some contacts. I will list them down below if I find the link. I got them from a shop called Off Your Tree, if you do have that shop around you. And then I did put some falsies on as well. So I found this spider at the $2 store, and there was a whole pack. I didn't find any smaller ones. I really wish I did, but pretty much I'm just sticking this on with some lash glue. If I had some smaller ones, I probably would have put a little bit more on my face. So now I'm just going in with some black lipstick, and then I ended up lining my lips with some eyeliner just because black lipstick is like the hardest to put on. So then after I do that, I grab my foiled eyeshadow again and I pop this in the center of my lips just to give it a little bit of something to pretty much match the eyes. And this is the crown I was inspired from, but it kind of got in the way. So I ended up taking it off, and pretty much this is the whole makeup look. I hope you did all enjoy it, and I'll see you very soon.